So there's 3 ways to leave a company. You can quit, you can get laid off, or you can get fired, terminated. If you quit, you just quit. Have a great life. If you get laid off, that stinks, but you got laid off. If you got fired, it should be because you did something that warranted you getting fired for cause. I'm an HR person and a leader for so many years. I fired a lot of people, sadly, for stealing stuff, for using the company credit card, for selling drugs at work, stuff like that. Fired people for sexually harassing other people or like having sex at work, which isn't that cool. But you know what I didn't do when I fired those people? I didn't put them on a PIP before I fired them. Because PIPs are nonsense. PIPs are fear-based management. The problem is that we are so used to fear-based management, we don't even notice the fear in it. We just call it management. People in the replies justifying PIPs and saying, I've given PIPs to employees for years, but I never used fear tactics. Sweetheart, a PIP is the ultimate fear tactic. It says, if you don't do what I say, you're out of here. It is not a developmental tool, and it has nothing to do with performance. People who say, I saved plenty of employees. I put them on a PIP and I saved them, honey. See this clearly. You are brainwashed if you think you saved someone by threatening their job, and that's the only way you could get through to them. If you can save them at that point, when their job's at risk, just go back in time and save them earlier. You know, the burden of communicating clearly is always on the communicator, not the recipient of the communication. So there's got to be a way to get across the seriousness or the gravity or whatever of the issue that you're bringing up without threatening someone's job. And if there isn't, then you need help as a communicator. Here's the thing. You were probably brainwashed. We were all brainwashed to think that this is some kind of way to lead. It's not. The truth is that the real reason most people who go on PIPs, performance improvement plans, or go on probation, the most common reason for people to get there is they threatened the status quo. You inspired fear in your manager, and that's how you ended up on a PIP. And I wish we could tell the truth about that, because you know what? When we can acknowledge that fear that is present at work, we can climb out of it. We can rise above it, and we can lead through trust like adults. You wouldn't put a contractor, you wouldn't put a consultant on a PIP. You would talk about what isn't working for you, and they would share their truth because you are at an equal level of power. But the presumption is with employers and employees that the employer has all the power and the employee has none, and that's nonsense. We're all adults. We're all economic units out here in the marketplace. So I want you to feel good, but I don't want you to feel good about yourself because you use PIPs and you save employees who would otherwise be fired. That's beneath you. Stand in your power and talk to an employee like a person that you respect with equal power and status to yourself, and you might learn something. But if you're on a PIP, my advice is to job hunt. You know, if you're already in that space where they're using the power and the threat of job elimination and not having an income to try to motivate you, they don't know any better way to lead. You have so much more power than you know. You have so much more power. And sometimes it takes a slap in the face like a PIP or probation or performance improvement plan to feel that power and realize that not every single manager or employer deserves you.